Dave from This Is Pop Punk Promotions. I'm here with Nate from Muntjax from Norwich, England. How's it going, Nate?
It's going good, man. New single dropped obviously today, so very happy.
Right on, man. Congratulations. You should be absolutely buzzing. I really appreciate you coming on. Let's dive right into it. So when and how did you guys form?
So basically, we've been in different bands, as is the story with most bands, in and out of college and most of our youth. And I've been really, really good friends with Connor, our frontman, for many, many years. And I used to own a clothing brand, and I did some work booking his old band, Best Wishes, and they were class. So me and Connor grew up together in a place called Dereham, which is just outside Norwich in England. And basically, Connor went away to uni, met a load of lads there, started Best Wishes, and I was a fan. I used to book them. I endorsed them for a short while, and when they broke up, it was really sad. And after about a 7-year break in music, I just shot Connor a message one day after I heard something that he had, like a demo, and I was like, dude, we've got to do something. It's been too long. Can't sit here on my hands anymore. We've got to do a project. We've never done anything together, and we've always missed each other. So we sat down together and we wrote Phalo Green, our debut single, and we also wrote Siggy Stardog as well. Just in one night jamming, I think it was like an hour, and we were like, okay, this is good. Pop some feelers out on social media, and Sai, who is just a staple person in the scene in Norwich, has been for years and years and years. Fantastic drummer. He really like hits with power. So we had to get him on board, and then Tom Golden, who was from a big band from Norwich called Marigolds. We thought he was a great pick for bass as well. So we got together and started writing the rest of the band's parts for the EP, and now we're here about a year later. Yeah, so I think we've just had a 1-year anniversary.
Right on, man. That's sick. So you guys literally just released a new song, I'm a Pessimist. How's the response been?
It's been pretty good. A lot of people saying that it's given off Narwhals vibes, because I really wanted the punk injection of our influences in this one. We're big Narwhals title fight fans. So we really wanted some of that energy in this, and the reception's been, it's kind of hitting those vibes. And like we were talking about before we went live, kind of feeling like that 2013 sort of pop punk emo like crossover,
I can definitely hear the Narwhals in it, and which is amazing because I love Narwhals and I miss them big time.
I miss Narwhals, right? Can we just take a sec for Narwhals appreciation? Like, Narwhals crew, fuck you till death, right? Come on.
Absolutely, 100%. They should have gotten way more love in the U.S. I really don't know why they didn't take off in the U.S., but 100%. It is what it is.
Yeah, 100%. Have you heard, just off topic a little bit, because obviously we know each other outside of this, have you heard of Shit Present?
No.
Okay, so I can't remember the guy's name from Narwhals, but frontman of Narwhals is in a new band with a girl and him singing, and it's called Shit Present. I don't know if that's like, a present box full of shit, or whether it's just like a bad present, but like Shit Present, check them out. If you like Narwhals, go check them guys out. Because if you like us, then you'll like them. That's
an interesting name. I'll definitely go check it out.
Yeah.
So for this new song, who do you guys record it with, and how was the process?
It was an amazing process. It's been the most professional thing that we've ever done. We recorded with Blaze Studios out in Coaster-on-Sea, which is just outside Norwich as well, on the coast, on East Coast England out here. And basically we won a competition. We weren't aware of Raoul or the studio, and Tom had actually applied for the competition on Instagram. So he got back to us, and we were obviously super stoked. We had I'm a Pessimist, which it's currently our closer for our live set, if anyone's seen us live. So that's been going down really, really well. So we were like, okay, we should record this one next. And when we turned up, we walked around the gate of his garden, because he said to just go straight through, and there was this giant silver building. I was like, oh, okay, it's kind of like a summer housey type thing. We walk around the corner and there's steps down, and I was like, oh my god, this is like a fallout shelter. This is like a bomb shelter underground. And we opened it up and not expecting to see much. And there was full Kemper racks for any of my guitar geeks out there. There was like Matt from Busted, his bass like head was in the rack because he was telling us all about that, and then showed us the pictures of him going into his house and buying it. And we were like, wow, we're playing on something that Busted recorded on, which is going back to when I'm like a kid, early 2000s, early 2000s. So yeah, we were super gassed, and we're used to home studios and bedroom setups, or pirate studios or something like that, where you rent a space out just for a couple hours. And yeah, this had a full drum room, and any of my local bands out there know that you never get a drum room. So yeah, it was a super professional experience. He really cracked the whip with us. His input was fantastic, that creative flow, and yeah, I think the song really hits hard. The master is, yeah, I'm blown away.
That's amazing, man. Right on. So you're from Norwich, England. How's the punk emo scene there? Do you guys have a favorite local band, a favorite venue?
Yeah. So my favorite venue at the minute, I'll start there. I'll give a shout out to the old one first. So just straight up, it's not a thing anymore, but I miss the Owl Sanctuary every single day. It's where I used to put on all my shows when I had the brand, and it's just the place that was magic, and the place that's now picking up that vibe, and there is now an emo scene building, is Voodoo Daddy's Pizzeria. So this place is sick, guys. It's a leopard print wallpapered pizzeria, and then you go down into the basement, and it's a gig venue underneath with a massive bar, and it's like really good dive bar feels, similar to our bar here, the VR rooms. And that's currently where Tim from Ashina Core is putting on, and Pizza Club, they're putting on loads and loads of emo shows. Emo is having a massive resurgence in the city at the moment. So is pop punk and punk and just live music in general post-COVID. It's just on fire at the minute. We've only played 2 shows and they've both been sold out. Like, that's just ridiculous. You know what I mean?
That sounds pretty epic. And the Owl Sanctuary, I think I remember. I think some of my some of my other friends played there a while ago.
Yeah, it used to be Dan Horcroft's place. Yeah, it was where everyone would play. That came here. Yeah, like Don Broco did it on the come up. Low Atlantis did it on the come up. I'm talking English bands, you know what I mean? But Terra's played there. If you're into your 2-step hardcore, Terra did a free show there actually, because it's like a really renowned place for Antifa and like PMA hardcore and straight edge type stuff. It also ran the Norwich Soup Kitchen, so it was massive in the hardcore scene. So that used to be where I put on all the old hardcore shows back in the day.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Do some research.
Yeah, man, it was good.
So, who would you say your biggest influences are?
So we actually come from quite like a wide range, I'd say. We're into punk, hardcore, as we've all discussed like through this. So I'm gonna go and say an English band called Decade was a big inspiration for our sound. Yeah, you remember Decade? Cool. Yeah.
Decade was
I didn't know. Yeah,
like
to be honest, yeah, Decade was so good and was so underappreciated, right? So anyway, so Decade, massive shout out to you guys. Loved you. You gave up too quickly. You were amazing. You would have been massive. So go check them out. That's a big influence on our sound. Obviously, I've already mentioned Narwhals. Title Fight and Basement, massive. I mean, Basement's actually just down the road from us in Ipswich, as you know. So, obviously, Citizen. And then I think that we bring a bit of melody into it. So I like to say the Wonder Years. I like to sort of imagine Connor as kind of like an English version of the Wonder Years, but a bit rougher in his voice, obviously. So yeah.
So here's a $1 million question for you. If you could tour with one of those bands, who would it be?
Oh,
put you on the spot.
Oh man. Basement.
Great pick. Great pick.
I'd love to do Basement. I think it would be a great like match of sound. I'm very, very excited that they're coming back as well. I think that new tour that they've announced is absolutely insane though, with Knock Loose and that.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see it?
When
So
did they announce
Basement,
it?
yeah, last week I think. So Basement are coming back and they're co-headlining with Knock Loose, which I think is just the craziest booking ever.
That's so random, but like awesome for like both bands.
It's so random because there is loads of crossover in there. Like everyone I know who's like an emo and pop punker, they like their hardcore stuff too. So like, but yeah, no, I'll definitely be at the London show if anybody wants to catch up. Yeah, I'm gonna go down for that. So
Is it just Europe or is it a US as well?
I'm not sure. I can't remember from the tour poster, but I know they're definitely hitting London and Manchester. I know they're definitely. I've just seen two.
It'll probably just be Europe. Which is amazing for you guys. I'll be really, stoked for you guys.
Normally, you guys always get the best tours, and you guys had Warped Tour as well. So, like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, but you guys do have Slam Dunk, and Slam Dunk is pretty epic.
True. Slam Dunk is the one, isn't it? As you know, because
especially this coming year, like the lineup is epic.
Yeah, I used to love working Slam Dunk. I used to be the best.
Yeah. Now, like I said, now you're just being cruel.
That's where we first met, though.
Yeah.
My friend Ethan introduced us at the first Slam Dunk I ever worked because I took him on tour with me as a merch seller. So yeah, that's the first time we ever met. I think it was something like 2016 or 2017.
Right on, man. Yeah. That's epic.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna ask you some non-music questions. It's a good way for me to get to know you as a person. I did this with the other bands. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, first one. Favorite movie?
Oh my God, that's hard. I think probably Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Never heard of it.
John Candy, Steve Martin. It's like the one that has the classic quote. I like me. My friends like me. My wife likes me. The Family Guy sketch did.
Okay, I'll have to check it out just because I like John Candy.
Yeah. It's like, classic John Candy. That's my sort of vibe, man. I love 80s classics like that.
One of the best eras for movies, I think, and music.
Yeah, like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Breakfast Club, like all that sort of vibe. Yeah, Lost Boys and all that sort of stuff.
The whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
So if you were stranded on a desert island, what 3 items would you want to have with you?
Oh, is my mum gonna see this? So
maybe we'll see.
I definitely want to have my guitar, because I can't not sit and play guitar. I'd probably want a pen and paper. I'm like, me personally, I'm big on art. I draw a lot. Obviously, I used to have the brand. As long as I can doodle away and be creative, either playing or writing stuff down. And then I'd probably want a bottle of Cafe Patron. Do you know what Cafe Patron is?
I've heard of it. I've never had it.
Well, it doesn't exist anymore, which is why I'd have it. Because I fancy one.
I'm surprised with you being English that you didn't say beer.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Interesting picks. I like it.
I'm a bit random.
Interesting. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So if you go back in time and talk to one world leader or person of influence, who would it be?
I'd like to sit down and have a joint with Jim Morrison.
Interesting. That would definitely be interesting to like pick his brain on like music and life and his philosophy.
Yeah. Jim Morrison was the first real rock star that I gravitated to when I was very, very young. So yeah, I'd like to sit down and have a joint with Jim Morrison. I think is my answer to that question.
I can imagine that he was an interesting dude.
Yeah, man. Like, he just seemed crazy. And also, like, the Wayne's World desert scene, I just think that's class. I've got another approval from English Ben over here. America, say hi to English Ben.
What up?
His name's English Ben, even though he's obviously English. But his name is English Ben.
I love it. Double thumbs up. So if you had $1 million and you could donate to any charity, which one?
Oh, I would like to give a massive shout out to Mind, a charity in Norwich. It's a charity that helps with mental health. I've done some charity work for it before. And yeah, I'd love to give it to them. I know a lot of people that have been helped by that charity, so that'd be nice.
That's awesome.
If I had £1 million, that would also be nice, wouldn't it, Dave?
Hey, you never know, man. Maybe one of these days you'll just
Oh, here you
find
go. Go and stream Muntjax. I'm a pessimist now on all streaming platforms. Go do it now. Follow, save, send it to your mum, your nan, all that. And get us there.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, man.
So what are some places in Norwich that visitors should check out?
The place to check out. So already shouted out Voodoo Daddy's Pizzeria. Go check it out. The bar next door, Gonzo's, owned by Mike. Class venues. Come here to the VR rooms. Virtual reality games, tabletop, cards, and obviously drinks. We've also got Wax Bodega, not Wax Bodega, the Bodega. The Bodega, yeah. The Bodega is an awesome deli, which is affiliated with Mean Street Tattoo. It's awesome, massive deli sandwiches. I love that place. We've got Yarm, which is an awesome like sort of street food place for all independent kitchens. So anybody with a small business can go in there and start up from scratch. Where else? The market in general. We have the largest outdoor market in the UK. And it's class because everyone's independent vendors. So this is what I mean about Norwich. Come to Norwich. It's the fine city. Everyone's independent. Everyone supports each other, and it is very much like a pop punk scene, really.
So when I get back there, you'll take me to all those spots, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, starting with right here, or maybe finishing here.
Yeah, then I'll go back over there. You'll show me all the spots, and then I'll just stay there. I won't go back.
Yeah, man. You'll end up staying in Norwich.
That's awesome, man. Well, I really appreciate you coming on and chatting up a little bit, and the support means the world to me.
Hey, look, Dave, man. I appreciate you having me on, dude. You're the one doing me a solid. But no, it's been great to catch up. It's been too long, man. I haven't seen you in years. But yeah, seriously, when you come over next summer, hit me up. You got a place to stay, brother. All right.
Absolutely, 100%. So for the people that are going to watch this interview later, where can they find your music at?
At Spotify, Muntjax, Muntjax, Muntjax. I'm a pessimist. Stream now.
Go to all the websites, listen to the music, buy the merch, support local music. They're doing amazing things and keeping punk rock and emo and pop punk and everything alive.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Of course,
like 2013 again. I'm loving life.
Anytime, my friend. We'll be in touch. I hope you have a great night.
All right, peace, brother. See you later. Bye.